Hey all, welcome to Komli Mom online classes. Happy morning, all of you. Happy morning, evening, batch, happy evening. Shall we begin today's session of PYQs of aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids? Okay, let's see. The question number one is on the screen. Your time starts now. Each question less than a minute. You should be able to answer. Question one is on the screen. Come on. Target is less than 30 minutes. We will see all the PYQs from 2024 to 2015. Last 10-year PYQs we will see. For the given reaction, this is an alkene which is C double bond C. When we treat with KMNO4 in acidic medium, what will happen? This break the double bond and we will be getting an oxygen aldehyde. KMNO4 in acidic medium is a strong oxidizing agent. It oxidizes that aldehyde again into carboxylic acid. So whatever the aldehyde is formed, that aldehyde CHO, that further it will be oxidized into COOH. So both sides the same alkyl chain is there, cyclohexyl chain is there. So our answer is option 4 is the right answer. See the next question. Match the following they're asking. This is double bond alkene is there. So I'll do ozenolysis, oxygen. So I'll be getting this cyclohexanone. Then that is option 4. 4 is a reagent. Okay. 4 is a reagent. So I'll eliminate option 2 and option 4. Then like that, if you eliminate, confusion will be eliminated. Next one. See here, I am introducing this entire benzoyl group on the benzene ring. So this is our electrophile. Friedel-Crafts acylation you are doing. So Friedel-Crafts acylation means this is a Friedel-Crafts acylating reagent, right? Benzoyl chloride with anhydrous AlCl2. This entire group you are attacking here means this is the reagent we need. So B is option 1. B is option 1 in both it is there. Next. Here you are removing one hydrogen from here, one hydrogen from here. It is an oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent means which is oxidizing this alcohol into a ketone. So which is an oxidizing agent? This also an KMNO4 is oxidizing agent. This also oxidizing agent. Let's see the next one. CH3, but see this. CH2, CH3, you are converting entire group into COOK that can be performed by KMNO4 in alkali medium. When we heat it, whatever the length of the chain, entire group convert into COOK followed by hydrolysis will give us benzoic acid. So D is 3. D is 3 is there in the option number 1. So A is 4, B is 1, C is 3. I mean 2, CrO3, chromium trioxide, which acts as an oxidizing agent and removes the 2 hydrogens. Clear? See the next question. Fehling's A. Fehling's A. What is a Fehling's A? Fehling's A and Fehling's B are, this solution is used to detect the aldehydes. They give a positive test for aldehydes. Reddish brown precipitate will be getting, right? So what is a Fehling's A? Aqueous copper sulfate is a Fehling's A. Aqueous copper sulfate and alkaline potassium salt. Alkaline solution of sodium potassium tartarate is Fehling's B. Fehling's B. Both Fehling's A and Fehling's B together we call it as a Fehling's solution, which is used to detect the aldehydes. Distinguishing between aldehydes and ketones we can do. So aqueous copper sulfate is B. Next one. Which one of the following is not a NEET 2022 question? Which of the following is not formed when acetone reacts with 2-pentanone in the presence of dilute NaOH followed by heating? So they were asking that take a acetone and you are doing the reaction acetone with 2-pentanone. 2-pentanone or 3? 2-pentanone. Okay, 2-pentanone is This is total 5 carbons and 2 pentanone. Fine. Now tell me how to, without doing a mechanism, technique of doing was simply you can do break the double bond, put one side oxygen, one side two hydrogens. Let's say this is oxygen, I'll put two hydrogens, I'll put. So I'll get acetone, acetone. So if acetone reacts with acetone, then you will be getting this first product. Okay. This is possible. Next, break the double bond. Put oxygen and this is one side oxygen, one side two hydrogens. So I'll put here one side, let's say for example, here I'll put oxygen, here I'll put two hydrogens. No, here I'll put two hydrogens, and I'll put oxygen. So what I'll be getting then? This I'll get 1, 2, 3. If I put two hydrogens here, then it will be pentane 3-one and this is pentane 3-one. This is not possible. We have to get pentane 2-one. Put one here, two hydrogens and oxygen. Then it will be pentane 2-one, okay, and acetone. This is also possible. Now break this bond. Oxygen, two hydrogens. Then it will be pentane 2-one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pentane 2-one, and this is acetone. This is also possible. So the second structure is an giving 3 pentanone self aldol. If it is undergoes self condensation of 3 pentanone is giving this answer. So option B is the correct answer. I mean that product is not possible. So in this question what you are doing? Just you are breaking a bond and checking one side oxygen, one side hydrogens and keeping, and you are checking the product. Actually how the products will form? Acetone reacts with acetone, self condensation one product, and this will react with 2 pentanone one product. This hydrogens you remove, this oxygen you remove one product, this hydrogens you remove, this oxygen you remove one product. Total 4 products are possible. Okay, what is the easiest way to do? Break a bond, put oxygens and hydrogens, check it out. Next one. RMgX plus CO2 in a dry ether, you are getting a Y. Y upon reaction with H3O plus we are getting carboxylic acid. So what is a Y in the above reaction? Now RMgX, you are treating with a CO2. What is a CO2? Carbon dioxide. Now RMgX is a good source of carbon anion. It goes and attack the carbonyl carbon. Then this 2 electron shifts like this. Then R, Mg, otherwise I'll take this side oxygen. That is easy for writing the structure. Then I'll write like this. Then R is attacked on the carbonyl carbon, right? R is attacked on the carbonyl carbon. Then the 2 electrons are shifting O minus and MgX. This upon further hydrolysis will get our product. But they're asking that what is the intermediate Y only. So RCOO minus MgX plus, because after this is R minus, this is Mg plus. Correct, no? So what is the correct answer? Option 1 is the correct answer. 2021 question. What is the IUPAC name of the organic compound formed in the following chemical reaction? Now let us see acetone. What I'm going to do? Acetone. Let's take acetone. CH3, C double bond O, CH3. I'm going to treat with C2H5 MgBr, Grignard reagent. Then now it is a good source of carbon anion. It goes and attack the carbonyl carbon, then shift of 2 electrons takes place. So what you will be getting? CH3, CO minus CH3 and then C2H5, which upon further hydrolysis what you will get? H plus will attack on the oxygen and will be getting CH3, C2H5. Now give the numbering. Start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 total. So this is butane is a parent chain. Second, butane is a parent chain. So eliminate all options which are having different butane. And at second position methyl group, second position OH. So 2-methyl butane 2-ol. 2-methyl butane 2-ol. Option 1 is the correct answer. Next one. The product formed in the following reaction is. What is the product? When you are treating, see this reagent is sodium borohydride in ethanol. So you see here, we are having an ketone group, we are having an ester linkage. Usually, ketone group and ester linkage, sodium borohydrate, ester is unaffected. You should not do any changes in ester. You should not do any changes in ester. This is no change in ester. But ketone group or aldehyde group or acyl halides, only these three places. Put H here, H here. So what is our product then? Entire the same structure, break the bond, HOH, remaining as it is same structure, there will be no changes in the structure. So what is the correct option here? Can you tell me what is the correct option? Option 1 is the correct answer. CH3, CH2, COONA. When you are treating with NaOH plus what is that question mark? You have to find. Tell me, you are removing Na2CO3. Na2CO3 you are removing. This hydrogen goes and attack here. You are getting alkane. Very good. Put in chat box your answer. Come on. Option 4 is the correct answer. Very good. CaO is the correct answer. This is called as which reaction? Can you say? Decarboxylation reaction. Decarboxylation reaction. Very good. Next one. The intermediate compound X in the following chemical reaction is. What is an intermediate? What is the name of this reaction? Itard's reaction. What is this reaction? Itard's reaction. What we'll do in Itard's reaction? Let us see this reaction. CH3 is there on the benzene ring like this. CH3. Okay. CH3. I'll write like this CH3 just to simply to show you the mechanism. I am going to write like this CH3. Just to show you the mechanism, I'm going to write like this. CH2H. Okay, na? Now, chromyl chloride. Cr double bond O, Cl, Cl. Okay. Now, this bond will shift here. One thing I do. I'll write the bonds like this. This bond is shifting. This bond is shifting like this. Then it gets negative charge, right? That negative charge is donating to this chromium. Then this chromium and it gets a negative charge. Oxygen gets negative charge. This H plus comes onto oxygen. See the shift. See, first the bond is shifting from year to year. Next, this bonding is shifting between chromium and the benzene ring. Next, this bond is shifting between these two. So I am getting like this a structure CH2 double bond, and then here between this gets negative, that negative charge is donating to chromium. So chromium is having double bond O, one Cl, and what is there? It is having one OH. Everybody clear? Because this H get plus charge and it gets a minus charge, so the H plus comes here. The same structure, just to show you the mechanism, that OH I'm writing down, the double bond I'm writing top. Just I'm writing that OH down. I don't want this OH. So this double bond next to it involves, so I'm showing there. Then what will happen is this bond shifts here, this bond shifts here, and these two electrons comes onto the chromium as it is. Then the structure will be like this. CH2 and that oxygen, little I need space, so I'll write little closer. Come on, observe carefully. This is C, this bond shift here, CH2, and this is bond is breaking, and after that oxygen is there. To oxygen, which group is connected to oxygen? No space again. Cr, and what are there? One OH group is present, one Cl is present, one Cl is present. Everybody clear? So I want to tell you that on a benzene ring, what we have CH2, O, Cr, OH, Cl2. This is the group. We removed one hydrogen and we place this group. Like this, I am going to remove next to another hydrogen also. Through the same mechanism, I am going to get a structure like this. CH, 1 O, Cr, OH, Cl2. Again, same way, OCrOHCl2. This is an intermediate, which is upon further hydrolysis, will be getting benzaldehyde. So our intermediate is, what is the intermediate? Option 2 is the correct answer. Directly, if you remember the intermediate, it will be easy. No need to do any mechanism. Manogna?
Ma'am, we can, mechanism is okay, ma'am, but we can solve it in less time. There's only one
You're
CR.
just to make you like those who wait for the mechanism, for that only I explain. No need to do any mechanism. Just you can see the product intermediate directly, you can remember and you can do it. Okay? Right. Next one. Match list 1 and list 2. No need of any mechanism. Okay, simply I discussed with you. No need. Just to make you sure like how it is formed. It is not needed. You can, if you can directly, you can answer it. Match list 1 and list 2. List 1 and list 2. Carbon monoxide in HCl, anhydrous AlCl3 in CuCl. What is the reagent? This is carbon monoxide is in HCl. This is an Getterman-Koch reaction. Getterman-Koch reaction. Benzaldehyde is our product. Option 2. A is 2. A is 2. A is 2. Areva. First option only. Manogna, so happy. Then direct answer. Very good. Next one. C double bond of CH3 NaOH. This is called haloform reaction. NaOH plus X2 is a reagent. Sodium hypohalite is a reagent. Haloform reaction. Next, that is option 3. Next one is esterification. Acids reacts with alcohol. From the acid OH you have to remove. From the ester H part you have to remove. Then that is called as an esterification reaction 4. Next, carboxylic acids which are having alpha hydrogen reacts with the halogens in the form of, in the presence of red phosphorus. Remove one hydrogen and halogen goes and attack there. That is called HVZ reaction. Hell-Olhard-Jelensky reaction. Option D is the correct answer. So option one is the correct answer. Reaction between acetone and methyl magnesium chloride. Write the reaction. Acetone and methyl magnesium chloride. CH3MgCl, methyl magnesium chloride. This CH3 minus goes and attack carbonyl carbon. This two shift here. Then we'll be getting CH3, CH3 is attacking, which is a good source of carbon anion. O minus MgCl plus. Okay. After that, we do further hydrolysis, H and OH. Then we'll be getting what? CH3, 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 OH. So what is the product name? Give a IUPAC name, naming 1, 2, 3, 2-methyl propane 2-ol. Okay. They're asking secondary butyl alcohol, tertiary butyl. This is OH is connected to the carbon that is connected to 3 other carbons. So it is a tertiary and the group is a butyl group. So this is called as what? A tertiary butyl alcohol. Option 2 is the correct answer. Reaction between benzaldehyde and acetophenone. Benzaldehyde and acetophenone. What is acetophenone? This is acetophenone in the presence of dilute NaOH. If it is a dilute NaOH, then what you can identify? It is a which reaction? Aldol condensation. But here one is aldol without, aldehyde without alpha hydrogen. This is with alpha hydrogen. This is called as which reaction? Cross aldol condensation. Option 3 is the correct answer. Cross aldol. One is not having, one is having. It's okay, fine. Cross aldol. Identify the compound X in the following sequence. So, what will be getting? Toluene. Remove, if you are doing chlorine reaction in presence of sunlight, remove 1H, 1Cl. Remove again 1H, 1Cl. So you will be getting benzyl chloride, correct? CHCl2. Option C is the correct answer. Next, identify the compound in the following. So you are getting benzaldehyde. Hydrogen over a palladium, barium sulfate is one of the most famous reaction. What is the reaction? Rosenmund's reduction reaction. Rosenmund reduction reaction. Rosenmund reduction reaction. Rosenmund reduction reaction. So Rosenmund reduction reaction, no? What will be getting? What will be getting? What we take? Benzoyl chloride. Benzoyl chloride will remove that hydrogen, will remove the chlorine and will put the hydrogen. Repeated. This question is same before repeated. Which of the following acid will form an anhydride on heating? See, which one can form an anhydride upon heating? Whether if two groups, functional groups are side by side, then only it is possible. This OH and H, both this OH and H both goes out as a H2O, then only it can form an anhydride. Phthalic acid is the only possibility it can form the anhydride. And second one, acid amide on strong heating with ammonia, which means that I will take a phthalic acid. First, I'll treat with the ammonia. If we treat with ammonia, actually what will happen? Ammonia, this OH part and this H goes out. This OH part and this goes out. It results in the formation of phthalimide. Upon strong heating, what we will be getting? Phthalimide, phthalimide, phthalimide. This is having here one carbonyl group. This two carbonyl groups which are connected to the NH. We call it as an imide. What do we say? Imide. And this imide group is having an, because of two carbonyl groups which are connected, which is an acidic in nature of, because of electron withdrawing groups, two electron withdrawing groups. This is called acidimide. What is its name? Can you say? Acidimide. So what is the correct option? Option 2 is the correct answer. When vapors of secondary alcohol is passed over copper at 573 Kelvin, the product formed is secondary alcohol CH3. Let's say take any secondary alcohol. Let's take one second. Primary alcohols gives aldehydes, secondary alcohols gives ketones, and tertiary alcohols gives alkenes as our product. Am I right? Primary alcohols gives aldehyde, secondary alcohols gives the ketones. If it is a tertiary alcohol, what you will be getting? Alkene is our product. Option 4 is the correct answer. The major product formed by the reaction upon strong heating, just now we discussed phthalimide. Where is phthalimide? Option C is the phthalimide. Correct answer. The reaction that does not give benzoic acid as a major product. Which one don't give a benzoic acid? K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate upon acidic medium, or potassium dichromate is a strong oxidizing agent. It gives. And NaOCl is also a liquid strong oxidizing agent. It converts CH2OH into COH. Pyridinium chlorochromate is a mild oxidizing agent. What it will do? It will convert the alcohols into, remove one hydrogen and hydrogen, it converts into aldehyde. So this is the reaction which you don't give. This is the correct answer. These are the incorrect options. KMnO4 in acidic medium also convert this into strong oxidizing, oxidizing agent, converts into carboxylic acid. Option C is the correct answer. Carboxylic acids have higher boiling point than aldehydes, ketones, and even alcohols of comparable molecular mass. It is due to their. Why carboxylic acids have greater boiling points when compared to alcohols and ketones, aldehydes? This is one carboxylic acid. Okay. This one carboxylic acid. This is another carboxylic acid. Just to show you. Between these two, like this, intermolecular hydrogen bondings are present. Because of the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, they have higher boiling points. More carbonyl group is an C double bond O with OH. It is, and because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, it likes to show what? More boiling point. A compound A, C8H10O, is found to react with NaOI and produced by heating Y with NaOH. How NaOI will be formed? NaOH, with what if you treat, you will get NaOI. If you treat with iodine, this is which reaction? Haloform reaction. Which reaction? Haloform reaction. So this Y is I2. They're asking why. So in all reaction, I2 is given. So this is, we cannot identify. Next, yields an yellow precipitate with characteristic smell, which means that it is forming an iodoform. Which gives iodoform test? Condition is CH3 C double bond O group should be present. It should not be an acid or acid derivative, or CH3 CHOH. This group must be present. These two only gives the haloform test. Am I right? So in this, that group is not present. CH3 CHOH is not present. CH3 immediately next year only CHOH, not any adjacent or anything. See CH3 CHOH. This gives the haloform test. Understand? Option 4 is the correct answer. Of the following, which is the product formed when cyclohexanone undergoes aldol condensation followed by heating? So this is what I will take one cyclohexanone. Okay, cyclohexanone like this. And I will take another cyclohexanone like this. Okay. Here two hydrogens just I am showing. Remove this oxygen, remove these hydrogens. Which hydrogens? Alpha hydrogens. From one cyclohexanone you remove oxygen, another cyclohexanone you remove hydrogens, then we will be getting what? An alkene between both. Option B is not correct. Option B is not correct. See, option C also not correct. Option D also not correct. So which is the correct option here? This is cyclohexane here, double bond, and again here one between two cyclohexanones you are removing water and you are connecting. Option A is the correct answer. Consider the following reaction. So here you are treating, observe this reaction, you are treating copper over 573 Kelvin, you are getting A. A is giving silver mirror test, means definitely it is an aldehyde. What is that? A is, which one will give a silver mirror test? Only aldehydes gives a silver mirror test, not a ketones. Which on acting on copper over 573 Kelvin, which alcohol gives aldehyde? Copper is a dehydrating agent. So which reagent it is? Dehydrogenation it will do. Means it will remove hydrogens. So primary alcohols only gives the aldehyde. So primary alcohol, two-membered primary alcohol is ethanol. Ethanol gives a ethanol. This is ethanol. It only gives a silver mirror test. In a presence of basic medium, it will undergo which reaction? Aldol condensation. What is the product of aldol? Remove oxygen from here. Another two hydrogens you remove from another aldehyde. CH3, CHO, CH3, CHO. Just between these two hydrogens and this oxygen goes out. Double bond you put CHO. This is what? But2-enol. But2-enol is our Y. Next, semicarbazide. Aldehydes reacts with the semicarbazide. What they form? Semicarbozones. Semicarbozones. Out of two nitrogen carbozones. Which two? This here also nitrogen is there. Here also nitrogen is there. Which nitrogen will involve? This nitrogen involves in a resonance. It is not free. This nitrogen outside this NH2NH nitrogen is free. It will lose. So methoxymethane, no such a methoxymethane. A is ethanol. What is A? Ethanol. Correct. A is ethanol. Because it's an aldehyde, so only give silver mirror test. Alcohols don't give silver mirror test. Next, X is ethanol. Correct. This is ethanol. Ethanol. Here itself we can say this question from options. But2-enol is our Y and semicarbazone is our Z. Option C3 is our correct answer. The correct structure of the product A formed in the reaction. We are passing hydrogen gas and 1 atm pressure, and over palladium over a carbon in ethanol. Palladium charcoal in presence of ethanol. So here, see, alkenes are more reactive than the carbonyl compounds over hydrogenation. So alkenes reacts faster. Only one H2, 1 mole you are passing hydrogen gas. Then what will happen? Break a bond, put HH. When we pass 1 mole of hydrogen gas here, then what will happen? Break a bond, put HH. So what will be reacted? Option B is the correct answer. The C double bond won't react, only alkenes will react. Next one. The correct order of strength of the carboxylic acids is, which carboxylic acids is more acidic in nature? This is a carboxylic acid. This is a carboxylic acid with an electron withdrawing group. In this case, electron withdrawing group is just close. It is very close. It is far. So second one is more in nature, more acidic. Second one is more acidic. And then it is having another electron withdrawing group. So third one is more acidic. Least one is option 1 because it is not having electron withdrawing group like oxygen. Reaction of a carbonyl compound with one of the following reagents gives nucleophilic addition followed by elimination of water. The reagent is carbonyl compounds. What you are doing? You are adding HCN. If you add HCN, first nucleophile will go and attack on the carbonyl carbon, and after that O minus will form, then H plus will come and attack. So in this there is no elimination of water. So this is incorrect statement. Next, sodium hydrogen sulfide. Take a carbonyl compound, you add NaHSO3. So this is sodium bisulfide. What will happen? In this two, oxygen and this bond breaks, nucleophile should attack. Oxygen, sulfur is a good nucleophile. So sulfur goes and attack. These two shift here. So finally what we will get? CO minus Na plus will come here. And SO3 is a good nucleophile. SO3 and OH. Correct? Again, finally, this H plus transfer from year to year takes place to get that stability. And in its mechanism, there is no elimination of water molecule. This is a minus, this is a plus. No elimination of water molecule. So option 2 is also incorrect. Next, Grignard reagent reaction. Tell me in Grignard reagent what will happen? RMgX. You are adding to the carbonyl compound. So it is a good source of carbon anion. It will go and attack. And finally, H plus ion will come and attack. There is no elimination of water. See, hydrogen in presence of feebly acidic solution. So what happens in this case is, take a carbonyl compound and take a hydrazine like NH2. First, break a bond, simple mechanism. Keep one H on oxygen and NH2. The entire nucleophile I am putting here. Then again, this OHH goes out and finally we will be getting NH2. Hydrazine forms hydrozones. So here, hydrazine in presence of feebly acidic medium, what will happen? First, attack of nucleophile will takes place, followed by elimination takes place. Option 4 is the correct answer. With this, we successfully completed previous year NEET questions of aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Clear everybody?